Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'll be presenting the tutorial question for group number 8. My name is Siti Solehan binti Saleh. The questions are bureaucratic values more important than political factors when we evaluate bureaucratic outputs and outcome? Firstly, I would like to define what is political control. It is control exercised through position power to allow or deny participation in a formal group, to appoint to an office, and to bestow other privilege. According to Kenneth J. Meyer, the notion of political control entails the concept of power that political officials get bureaucrats to act in a way that they would not otherwise have done. This led to the principal-agent problem, which occurs when one person or entity, the agent, to make decision or take action on behalf or impact another person, which is the principal. In this case, it is the goal conflict between agents, the bureaucrats, and the politician, and the politician will take action to get the bureaucrat to respond as they desire. So, from Weber's ideal type of bureaucracy characteristic, the fourth point, impersonal in carrying tasks. For bureaucrats to function fully, according to Weber, ideally, the bureaucrats must be rational rather than emotional. Also, as far as I know, to be bureaucrats, we need to be politically neutral. As Robert Dahl notes, the primary control on administrative behavior is the inner check, the values held by the bureaucrat. These values operate beyond decision and acts that can fairly be controlled by the politician. This allows the bureaucrats to respond to public needs, public expectation, without the interference of the politician. Margaret Robertson discussed in his book that the three main elements, efficiency, effectiveness, and political and public accountability. I consider the goals as the bureaucratic outcome. So, getting back to the questions, are bureaucratic values more important than political factors in evaluating bureaucratic outputs and outcome? My answer is yes. Bureaucratic value is more important than political factors because bureaucratic value is what they value, what they instill in them. And although yes, political factors does have power and that can influence the bureaucrats, but if the value is strong, so the political power cannot do anything. According to the paper that Kenneth J. Meyer wrote, the literature on political control fails to adequately quantify bureaucratic principle and limiting what can be said about how well officers direct bureaucratic act. And also, it is less useful because it focuses on a single agencies only. Meanwhile, government are goal-oriented and they have multiple objectives. And a bureaucrat shares the common demographic origin with the citizen. It's thought also to share values, meaning if the bureaucrats share the same values with the citizen, they are considered to share the same values. And if a bureaucracy is the representative of the public and exercises discretion and pursues its own values, therefore will also pursue the values of the public. That's what I thought. And again, my stand is that bureaucratic values is much more important than the political factor. That's all for me. Thank you.